I remembered an incident nearly 40 years ago where a very dear friend of mine was brutally raped. And I was out of the country, and when I came back, she told me about this. And she handled the situation herself and her rapist incredibly bravely, I have to say that. But I had never felt this feeling before, which was a primal urge to lash out. I asked her, did you know the person? It was a man. No. His race? She said he was a black man. I thought, okay. And after that, there were some nights I went out deliberately into black areas in this city, looking to be set upon so that I could unleash physical violence. And I did it for, I'd say maybe 4 or 5 times, until I caught myself on. And it really shocked me, this primal urge I had. It shocked me and it hurt me. I did seek help. I went to a priest. I heard my confession. I was reared a Catholic. I had 2 very, very good friends that I talked to. And believe it or not, power walking. Power walking? Yeah, 2 hours every day. You to get rid of this. And I'm not racist. This was nearly 40 years ago, but because I was brought up in, maybe I'm rabbiting on, Rob, so forgive me. I was brought up in the north of Ireland and brought up in the Troubles, the 60s, 70s, and early 80s.
Liam Neeson, Irish actor in his mid-60s. I'm actually a fan of his. I think he's a pretty good actor, to be completely honest with you. He recently came out with these shocking revelations. Not shocking to me. I believe he was just being brutally honest. You know, a friend of his confided in him that she was brutally raped. Right? And he took it upon himself to seek justice. Now, he said that this rage consumed him to the point where he went out for about a week at night into black areas, hoping that somebody who happened to be black was to test him, cross his path, and I guess that was the green light for him to just wail off on him. You know? Now, some people would say that's a little extreme, but is it really? Here's why I say so. I can give you guys a personal experience of such a situation. Not too long ago, a couple of years back, maybe a few years back, my sister was dating this guy. And this particular guy was an asshole, essentially. So, me being the kind of person that I am, I wasn't really engulfed in her relationship with this person. You know, I believe in giving people their privacy, and, you know, if things happen, please alert me, let me know what's going on. And so, long story short, this guy did some things that I don't approve of. And so she let me know what was going on. And so I pretty much told her, let's go and look for this guy. Or where does he go? Where does he hang around? Where does he stay? Now, mind you, at this particular point, I'm pissed. Okay, all I see is red now. Like, I don't want nobody talking me out of this. So we get to this place, this function or what have you, and we're inside this place walking around looking for this guy. You know, we don't see him, so we stand outside hoping that he'll actually pull up at some point in time, and then we can step to him, and whatever happens, happens. And like, I was determined to get justice for my sister in my own way, if you will. You know, So a few hours passed, he never showed up. And so I just stood there, and it was cold this night. I remember like it was yesterday. It was cold. And I stood out there just thinking to myself. And it just hit me. What am I doing? Like, I'm looking really crazy out here right now. What am I doing? And in that point is when I told her, yo, let's go back home. It's not worth it. He's not worth your trouble. Now, mind you, let me make this very clear. I'm not saying the exact same thing happened to my sister. He didn't rape her or nothing like that. I'm just saying he was mistreating her, basically. And so I don't want to dismiss rape or anything like that. That's not what I'm doing. But he obviously wasn't going to show up there for whatever reason. I don't know if he was tipped off that somebody was looking for him. I don't know. But he never showed. And so I told her, my sister, let's go back home. We can deal with this another way. And so we left. Now, what Liam Neeson was explaining was that he realized after a while, what the hell am I doing? Like he said, he came back down to earth. He gathered his thoughts. He started becoming a logical individual, started thinking, and he came to his senses. He came to his senses. Like, what am I doing? The fact that he can admit that in today's climate, in society, that's very courageous. I don't think it's a racist thing at all. He was honest. He had open thoughts. We all have thoughts like this. We all do. It doesn't matter who the race of the person or the individual is. We're going to address the situation accordingly. Even if it was someone, a fellow Irishman, that his friend told him that this guy did this to me. I'm pretty sure he would have done the exact same thing. The only difference is, had he told this story to these reporters, these journalists on TV or what have you, about another Irishman, it wouldn't have gotten the attention that it's gotten. The only reason why it did is because the person, a white man as he is, was referring to a black person, doing harm to another black person. That's why it's headline news right now. America is so soft. We live in this PC culture where it's okay, to not be honest, man, or forthcoming. It's so bad. It's gotten to the point where now, like, even for me, my daughter, I want my daughter to experience bullying. Not because I'm trying to punish her or anything like that. No, I think it's a part of life. That's what kids do. Now, obviously, it shouldn't go to the extreme or nothing like that, where my child is being bruised and nothing like that. No, but she needs to experience these things. You can't shield your kids from certain things in this world. You can't do it. That's how they become better individuals. So the next time they encounter anything like that, they know how to deal with it. You don't want to shelter your kids, or nothing like that. You don't want to do that, because that's not helping them. Because when it's time for them to get out in the real world and things don't go their way, then you have kids who've grown up into young adults who feel they're entitled to everything. And that's how my generation is now. It's really sad, man. Another reason why I don't feel like this is racist of him is because this is almost the equivalent of, it could be like an alcoholic AA meeting, or he could be like a drug addict. A drug addict, let's go with a drug addict. A drug addict speaking at a meeting, confiding into all these people about the leaps and bounds he was willing to go to get that high again, or to achieve that high. But those kind of people, we don't condemn, we don't demonize those people when they're giving their truth, so to speak. even though I hate that phrase. Makes no sense. We don't demonize them. But he's essentially doing the same thing by giving us a testimony, and we're calling him racist. That's not racist, that's courageous. If he's gonna be anything though, it would probably be a simp. You know? It's probably being a simp. Not racist, but being a simp. And here's what I'm saying. This is what I mean by that. Your friend tells you that she was raped. And you don't do the due diligence of finding out if this is completely true or not. You just become engulfed in rage and you want to go out there and do harm to somebody. That aspect of it is not racist, it's stupidity. Had he actually gone through with it, yeah, he'd be an idiot to do so. But I said he was being a simp in that situation because we look at today's climate in society and how you can just throw out labels on people and call people a rapist or racist, and just allegations could ruin your life. We don't care if it's true or not, but he's a rapist. If you tell me somebody raped you, I'm going to need you to give me evidence. I don't care who you are. Because I can go out, you tell me somebody raped you, and I beat the living hell out of somebody. Come to find out it's not true, I'm going to feel really bad about myself. Now, he said this happened over 40 years ago, so he had to be at least in his mid-20s in Ireland. If she told you she was raped, did she go to the authorities? You know, things like that. Don't just take a woman's word for it now. I would advise any man, I don't care how long you've known this person, you have to have evidence. You have to have proof. So, when it comes to Liam Neeson, do I think he's a racist? Absolutely not. Hell no. What do I think he was participating in simp behavior? Yeah. I could make an argument for that. I could. And to me, that's his only crime. That's really it, you know. So the lesson here is, at least for me, the lesson that I took from all of this is his honesty could help many more people who might potentially get in this mood. Because listen, we all go through it as human beings. We all do, to a certain extent. So him laying this out could help more people to, calm down, regroup, think, and then act. Don't just go out there blindly, and then next thing you know, you're either dead or you locked up for your stupidity. Because you want to fight for somebody's honor. And you may know, but you want to be sure. Nobody is worth sitting in jail for. I don't care who you are. Or prison, what have you. And that's my take, guys. If you like the video, please like it. Please comment, Please tell me why you agree with what I'm saying. Tell me why you disagree. I would like to engage in the comment section with you guys, man. I think this is a pretty interesting topic that just came out. And how he just already been demonized in the public eye. Saying he's racist, boycott his movies, he's canceled, this whole cancel culture in the black community. I don't fucking understand. But yeah, man, so please subscribe and see you guys soon. It's Cozy Jones and I'm out.